Hey everyone, my name is Sean Cecil from the Oculus Institute, and today we're going to talk about the aggressive pattern. Okay, so this is the fourth video in the series on the 5 personality patterns by Steven Kessler, and I'm taking these and I'm applying these to people's careers and discussing how I've seen these show up in people's careers and what you can do if that's what you're experiencing. So today we're going to talk about the aggressive pattern. So the aggressive pattern is the one that's ready to fight, right? They've got an idea of what the world's like, and this is their version, and it's correct. And anybody who gets in their way, you're just wrong, right? And they can be very harsh, they can be very blunt. They're potentially prone to anger, all of this kind of stuff. Now, the way that this shows up in people's careers, I'm going to be honest, some people who are aggressive pattern are externally fairly successful for a while, but they also have this tendency to crash and burn at some point. So in a corporate hierarchy, right, somebody who's an aggressive pattern might work really hard. They might be really competitive. So especially in like a sales focused organization, they can do well for a while. The issue is that, they will often create various personality conflicts with different people at work because somewhere they had a disagreement with someone and they didn't handle it in a way that, left bridges open. And so at any given organization, they will have made enemies, which will ultimately curtail their further progress. And again, they could go to some other organization, but then the same thing will repeat itself. You can also see it with entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs will often be the aggressive pattern. And again, they have some degree of flexibility there, right? Because, you can fire a client, for example, right? You can change your supplier. Sometimes changing your supplier can create some pretty significant headaches for you, right? Maybe there's a particular service that you use and, you didn't handle the customer service thing well. And then, in today's society, people will just ban you, right? They'll just be like, okay, fine. Like you're too much trouble. You're more trouble than you're worth. And they'll just close your account, right? So, that one can happen. But the way that you really see with entrepreneurs who have the aggressive style is because they'll get frustrated with the way things are. And then they'll start to take these really big risks, right? So the aggressive style is really prone to excessive risk taking. And then at some point, again, that's something that can be successful, but it can also blow up pretty badly. And so you often see with these kinds of entrepreneurs, they'll have this roller coaster of they'll do really well and then they'll crash. They'll do really well and then they'll crash. And that reflects internal dynamics just as much as any kind of external interactions. In companies, you tend to see more of the thing where they accumulate enemies. But regardless, if you are an aggressive style and you want to get off the roller coaster, some things to recommend. The first one's going to be kind of like a standard recommendation, but take a meditation. It's a great way to kind of calm the system, right? Anything you can do that's generally going to be calming, even if it's you go walking by the water in the forest, right? Start taking some walks in nature. Anything that calms the system, that brings the level of activity and the level of energy down to something that's more calm and more centered. All of those things are going to be good. Another one is do the internal work, right? Normally the reason why somebody's in a constant fight kind of scenario on the whole fight or flight dynamic, right? All that adrenaline's going through the system is because they have triggers in there that are being tripped. So if you start unwiring those triggers, then you're going to have less reason to be angry. And then that's going to bring the system into coherence. And then that pattern's going to start to dissipate somewhat. Also, just from a dietary perspective, cut back on the sugar, right? So sugar is going to biologically creates this up and down roller coaster of hormones, which is just going to magnify the psychological roller coaster going on. So try to kind of smooth out your diet if you're consuming large amounts of sugar as well. So those are a couple tips for the aggressive pattern. And then next week, I will see you for the 5th and last pattern in the series. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's something that resonated with you, maybe a new connection that you made or some information that shifted your perspective, if you found value here, then I want to give you one last gift. So I've put together a free diagnostic that I call a checkup with the career doctor. Short list of questions, and as you answer them, it's going to give you a readout of where you stand on the important metrics of career fulfillment, right? How happy are you with your job and how good a fit is it? Right? Financial success, which we all know, and then internal alignment, which is your level of inner peace and the inner resources that you have to bring to creating the life that you want. Additionally, It's also going to show you which areas you can improve on to get those metrics moving in the right direction, as well as how can we at the Oculus Institute help you make progress. So it's totally free, 100%. All you have to do is just go to www.oculusinstitute.com/purpose quiz, right? No spaces, no dashes, just oculusinstitute.com. That's OCULUSINSTITUTE.com/purpose quiz. And you can take it totally for free. You'll get a free report sent to you. And then at the end, it will give you some next steps of what you can do to reach out so that we can help you create the career of your dreams.